guess I have to shout. Maybe I don't. But while we're in here, we're going to fix something that's been annoying the hell out of me this whole time. Put a new lock relay coil on here because the plastic was busted off or the wire connections are made. What happens is this armature, is this part, this actually moves. Right now it's on, so this coil has become an electromagnet, sucking this armature in up against it. So if I move this a little bit, you can quiet it down some. Doesn't get rid of it, and it's not going to get rid of it completely. I mean, if you listen close, but that's what you should have to do, listen close to be able to hear it. Sounds like a little tiny transformer or something. Not the, you know, those of us that grew up in the 80s. Not that kind, but it has a hum to it, and it will all have some kind of hum, but it shouldn't sound where I have to talk loud. But if I shut it off again, turn it on, hear how it got louder? It's really damn annoying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut it off. I'll take the screw out of the bottom of the coil here. It is tight, don't worry. But because I can move this, this is telling me something. I'm going to take this armature off and I'm going to try and show you what's going on here. Alright, a couple things can happen. This is your armature with the relay ladder, this plastic piece called a ladder. This is where the long ends of your switches switch through and actually provide the action for the switch. This is the frame. Here's one switch. It's as simple as it gets. That's for your lock relay. What that does is, for home use, you can eliminate this altogether, because all this does is, if the game is shut off, I mean, it provides power to everything, but if the game is shut off, that switch closes, and upon startup again, it won't let you start in the middle of the game. So let's say you're on ball 3, decide, hey, we're going to shut this thing off, walk away. When you come back to it and turn the game back on, it's going to force you to reset and start a new game. Otherwise, if you eliminate that, you just keep the switch in the one direction. In this case, if it pulls down, it's going to open the switch, and you know, nothing's really going to change. You're going to be able to start wherever you left off. It's not a big benefit. It does get rid of some noise, you know, if you do have an issue with it. But we've got this, it's still a little warm. We've got this new coil, and what happens is the little core here, you see this, the split core, that tends to wear into the armature. I gave this just a little grinding or filing to get the little marks out of there, make it kind of non-directional. I'll clean it up just a little bit more. I'm going to file the top of this core just a little bit, just get any burrs off from production and whatnot. We're going to put it back together. Another thing that could cause that is this spring. This is the spring that pulls the armature back up when, in this case, when the game is off and the lock relay is back to its rest position. Well, because, especially in this case, the relay is on anytime, the game is on, or a game's been started rather, or turned on, I'm sorry. But this spring could have lost tension. I mean, it's almost 50 years old. So sometimes you need a new spring, sometimes you can shorten it up. Sometimes if the spring is too tight, people shorten them up and they cut them too short. Well, now it's fighting magnetism versus spring tension, and it's kind of a draw, so it's noisy. So we're going to do that. We're going to file this just a little bit more. We'll put it back together and see where we're at. We may have a little trick of taking some electrical tape and wrap it around almost to make like a little pad instead of metal on metal. Sometimes that tends to quiet them up. Shouldn't have to do that, but if it takes away the annoying, if we can't get it within a few minutes here, then you do what you have to do and make it as neat as possible. But I'd be upset if I got this back and it was just humming insane the whole time, because sometimes people have these in their house and it's on in a corner because people are over, and it gets loud enough where it'll interrupt the conversation because it's annoying. So we'll clean this up, put it back together, and see what we have. Alright, so we got her back in. Tighten down. It's in there. See how the plastic or the wires connect? You want this as vertical as possible, just the way that the core hits the armature. It tends to sit a little bit better. And make sure this back screw on here is tight. Okay, let's turn it on and see what happens. Okay, can barely hear it. That's the way it should be. I mean, you're gonna hear some hum. It's only humming because it doesn't know the words. Haha. So let's turn it on and off a few times. There we go. You can see that the armature is moving free, springing back right when the power is cut off. That tells me that the armature isn't magnetized and holding on. If you want to see something about that, go back and check out the video of the weird issue, or forward, whichever one you're watching first. There's a video that I am posting on this game, which I had a weird scoring issue. So check that out, because that took me a bit. On, off, on, off, on, off. Alright, let's keep going. Thanks for watching.